recording?
Yeah.
Hey guys, what's going on?
What's up?
We're back.
We back.
With another SCP video.
For SCP.
This one is mine, actually.
This is
It's a good 10 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's called The Adults.
The Adults.
I think I read a little bit of it, and it seemed pretty interesting, you know? Seemed pretty good.
I saw a big dude with 4 arms, and I was like, what the fuck?
And you were just like, yeah, we gotta do this shit now. Jordan is on to something. It's okay, you can admit it, it's fine.
I didn't say it like that.
But you know what, man? Since this
that.
video is 10 minutes,
I didn't say it like
I would
that.
like to jump into it.
I didn't say it like
This video has been created by
that.
The Rudder? Is that what it is? That's what the channel's name is, right? The Rudder? What is it? What? You want to throw up? Like, what's your problem? What's going on here? Scroll down so I can see the name, unless you don't say it.
What you say?
Oh, The Rubber. It's The Rubber.
The Rudder?
Okay, it's by The Rubber.
The Rudder?
Would you know what a rudder is?
The Rudder?
The rudder.
The Rudder?
Yeah, it's a rudder.
It's about the Rudder?
The Rubber.
It's the Rudder?
So, The Rubber,
The Rudder?
thank you so much
Rudder?
for creating this video
It's the
for
Rudder?
us. Alright?
It's the Rudder?
And without further ado, oh yeah, we've seen it before.
For the brother?
The brother from another mother.
Viewer discretion.
In the gutters.
What? In
Here
the
we go.
gutters.
I'll start this video
Why
for
they in the
y'all.
gutters?
I'll take the initiative.
Tell me.
Let me seize the initiative real quick.
This is your
He's
video.
advised.
Here we go.
863 suddenly becomes violent and attempts to
shit.
break his restraints. Director Mandeville activates the shock collar.
Where are his eyes?
You! I'll kill you! You're the pervert! Hello everybody, I'm the Rubber. Today, we bring you SCP Foundation Keter Class Object SCP-1788. SCP-1788, also known as the Adults,
so big?
is a process, treatment, or other means of biological
This guy could destroy
transformation.
the world.
A prepubescent human being subjected to 1788 will become an instance of SCP-1788-1.
Wait, what?
On reaching adulthood,
I don't get that
178-1s
either.
will display a predatory
What is this,
behavior
man?
towards prepubescent humans.
Bro, I ain't touching
Typically, they will settle in a large
I don't even
urban
know what he said
center,
either.
as the Adults is a process, treatment, or other means of biological transformation. A prepubescent human being subjected to 1788 will become an instance of SCP-1788-1. On reaching adulthood, 178-1s
Being
will
around
display
them.
a predatory behavior towards prepubescent
Get
humans.
fat?
Typically, they will settle in a large urban center. There, they will take on a form of white-collar employment and begin tracking prepubescents in the area. However, they will usually not seek employment in a job where they would work directly with children. Presumably, this is to limit suspicion.
Yeah.
Approximately once every 6 months, a 1788-1 instance will attempt to abduct one of the subjects that it has been tracking. Once captured, it takes them to a remote or otherwise unobserved location, where
Okay,
it is
camp.
subjected to the 1788 process and turned into an instance of 1788-1. Little information has been gathered from captured instances of
So it turned you fat?
So what it's telling me is that one of these things will take you and bring you to a cabin in the woods
To make you fat?
and shove cake down your fucking throat
So it's feeding you all day?
until you become a 400-pound monster that wants to go out and find children.
With 4 arms?
So it turns you to a fat pedophile with 4 arms
Would you want to be there?
and a triple chin.
Do you want to be there?
I don't know. Do you want to be there?
Hell no.
You're on your way. It seems
Minus
like.
the pedophile.
I see how many donuts you eat. Looks like you're on your way.
Minus the pedophile.
1788-1.
Please
These
minus that.
1788-1 instances are of above average intelligence and show extremely strong resistance to compulsion, coercion, torture, and other forms of information extraction. More detailed observations are difficult to make, as instances refuse to take standardized exams. In addition, they become aggressive and uncooperative when forced to answer questions, demonstrating an unwillingness or inability to comply with tests. To date, every instance has also shown signs of malignant narcissism and psychopathy. They generally demonstrate a complete lack of empathy, while also showing keen psychological insight. For these reasons, among others, unauthorized contact with 1788-1 instances is strictly forbidden.
It's so fat though.
Individual instances generally do not voluntarily gather or interact with one another, except for the purposes of mating. In fact, when two or more instances are placed in the same environment, they typically fight for dominance. This behavior is not gender-linked, in that females and males will fight one another in addition to their own genders. In a mixed gender group, there will be only one dominant individual, who may be male or female. Captured instances are housed separately to minimize damage. Multiple instances have been seen in the same general urban area, but never in a ratio greater than 1 to 100,000 normal humans. Their gestation period is approximately 40 weeks, which is roughly the same as humans. Their offspring are genetically indistinguishable from normal humans and are not considered anomalous. However, as they are prime candidates for undergoing the SCP-1788 process, their capture or termination is to be considered high priority, second only to the termination of 1788-1 instances.
What is going on, bro?
So
Explain something
I think
to me,
this
bro.
is I haven't seen any of this, but I think this is
a video.
This is a Keter SCP right here, meaning it could destroy all life, and I think it can because these people are capturing
They're
other
pedophiles.
humans, but they're capturing other humans, right?
Pedophiles.
So what happens if they catch all of the humans and they turn all of us into fat monsters like them?
They're pedophiles.
We'll just get diabetes and die.
They be pedophiles.
They can destroy the human race with cake.
And pedophiles.
Yes, they could. Well, that's what I'm going for anyway. That's what I think he's going to say.
Pedophiles?
According to the 1788-1 anatomy report, it is extremely difficult to distinguish a clothed 1788-1 from a normal adult human. Individuals show variation as expected from gender and ethnicity, but share certain characteristics in common. 1788-1 individuals appear to be obese, within the range of 150 to 200 kilograms when fully grown.
No, I'm not.
1788-1 instances have larger than average eyes, though not enough to appear abnormal on casual inspection. Their sweat contains high levels of potassium and copper, though still within the normal range for an adult human. While they seem normal on the outside, their internal anatomy has been altered extensively. 1788-1 instances' long bones and cranium have been reinforced with several heavy metals, and their muscle fibers have been interwoven with structures resembling carbon nanotubes. This gives them increased durability, strength, and speed that measures well above the human baseline. 1788-1 instances possess backup organs and systems for most of their body's vital processes. For example, they have a secondary heart, which is located lower in the torso. This heart can work in tandem with the primary heart to more efficiently circulate blood. Additionally, it can also function independently as necessary. Certain blood vessels have complex valve structures, allowing instances to close off blood flow to damaged limbs and other areas to prevent excessive blood loss.
Wow.
Other organ systems also have 2 or 3 redundant backups that can take over in the event of failure within a primary organ. 1788-1 instances also possess a secondary brain, located in the upper torso and protected by its own skeletal structure similar in construction to the rib cage. Currently, the exact function of this brain is unknown, but it is known that this brain can continue to function even in the event of the destruction of the primary brain. This phenomenon.
So we got 2 brains?
Oh, I thought you meant why don't we have the skeletal thing around it? I was about to say. Because you said why don't we don't have it after the rib came around
brains.
Well, we said 2 brains, right? And then he said
after he said that, I was still on the 2 brains.
No, after he said, then they have a skeletal system like ribs placed around it. And then he goes, why don't we have that? So I was just like, what the fuck? Do you know what a skull is? Like the fuck?
I was talking about the 2 brains.
Phenomenon was demonstrated in an incident where a team of agents were able to lure a 1788-1 instance into the range of a sniper, who was able to destroy most of the instance's head, including the entirety of the main
You
brain.
got another brain.
However, the instance still displayed full mobility and partial lethality, disabling 2 agents, 1 fatally, at close range. It is unknown how the instance was still able to sense the agents with most of its primary sense organs destroyed. Research is ongoing. The final difference in gross anatomy is the appearance of a second pair of arms, located directly below the main pair. These have apparently equal strength and dexterity to the upper pair, and 1788-1 instances are apparently capable of using all 4 arms simultaneously. When not actively hunting, instances hold the lower pair folded closely to their sides, where they are largely concealed by natural bulk. When hidden in this manner, it is virtually impossible to distinguish a clothed instance of 1788-1 from a normal, obese human, with the only exception being upon close inspection. Below is an interview log between Site Director Mandeville and SCP-1788-1-863. The 863 was restrained and fitted with an electroshock collar for this interview. Please state your name for the record. I don't need a name. Names are for children. The driver's license and other materials on your person identify you as… Is that your name? That's my childhood name. I don't need it now. Then I'll refer to you as 863. Call me what you like. Just don't call me late for supper. You were found by our agents outside an elementary school, and documents in your car and apartment include multiple photographs of the victim, taken without their knowledge. 863 suddenly becomes violent and attempts to break his restraints. You, I'll kill you. You're the pervert, you. If you're not 863, then why are you observing human? 863 stops, attempting to break restraints. You think they're the victim. I can't believe we came from you. Explain what you mean by that, 863. 863 does not speak. Director Mandeville activates the shock collar. 863 does not visibly react. That's what I mean. You think you can hurt me with that? You're a failure, Doctor. You don't even know what you are. Would you care to elaborate, 863? You wonder why your scientists haven't found any anomalous implants in our bodies, why we have no surgical scars, why our genes are pure, unmodified human genes. Because we are human, Doctor. Your x-rays don't look very human. We don't look like you. We're not failures. We're not children. You regard us as children? You still look like children. You aren't finished. What do you… You're stunted. Incomplete. You're like the amphibian that grows up to breathe water instead of air. The eggs I watched, they must hatch into us. They need to be finished. So you abduct them to complete their metamorphosis? We don't need companionship. We don't live like you in herds. Each one of us knows what we need to do, and each of us is capable of it. And what do you want us to do? Grow up or die? Containment of SCP-1788 is currently impossible, but the Foundation currently has 7 instances of 1788-1 imprisoned in Armed Biological Area 223. Contact with these instances is strictly forbidden outside of approved experiments. Each instance is to be housed in a separate humanoid containment cell. Any suspected instances of 1788-1 are to be reported immediately to Armed Biological Area 223 Command. Personnel are not to engage suspected instances and should retreat immediately upon an encounter. Remember to check out my new animation channel, The Rubber Talks, where I share my life story, thoughts, and opinions. Just click on the link in the description.
Yeah, I told you I was gonna be fast.
You see this random fat person walk up to you, "Hey Greg, how you doing?" Some arms just rip out of his stomach.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What's the SCP number? I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're running away with your little iPhone.
I'm a normal
What's
person.
the SCP number?
I'm a normal person.
You gotta look it up on Wiki.
As soon as you're looking up, Greg looking for you.
Greg's literally just like sprinting. Usain Bolt looking ass nigga. Just running up to you.
Eat.
He just pulls up with his fucking 3 arms and shit.
With a hamburger in one arm.
And a dumbbell in the other.
And a shake in another one.
And another child in the next one.
What the fuck?
Come here, Susan. I need you to complete the set.
I need the child need a mother.
Child needs a mother. Oh, that's disgusting.
All right, everybody.
All right, y'all.
That's it from the Ghost Socks.
Yeah, we're gonna get out of here because
Like,
this man
comment,
needs
subscribe
to
to Rubber. Like, comment, subscribe to us, the Ghost Socks. And
'Cause we
again,
love you
this
so
video
much.
is by the Rubber. And again, every bit of video that we saw today is by the Rubber.
Don't copyright us,
yes.
please. We appreciate that.
And
so
plus,
much.
we've been reacting to the Rubber, so everything been good. So
Yeah.
I think it's okay. So we're gonna keep watching your video, the Rubber. We like it. We like it.
We
And
do.
again, this is SCP-1788.
The adults.
The adults.
Very
We'll
good.
see y'all in the next video.
Next video. Peace
Peace
out,
out
y'all.
from the Ghost.